Yes, it is boiling hot out here, and I've been up and about for the day, and yes, I didn't want to leave the Daily PowRa too late, so as I'm out here in the park with my babies, yes, I love the sun. No matter the weather, I'm out here, but definitely the sun. When the sun's out, it doesn't matter what's going on, I'll be basking in that, and I don't mind getting hot because in the winter I'm pale as fuck. But yes, I get real dark real quick in the sun. I love it, and we should all really bask in the sunlight because the soul gives us life. Soul is the first source of life, you know. We get a lot of download codes if we take advantage and bask in it and give thanks for it. We also it definitely helps us with our health and our wealth, like just get our mind right, because we'll be getting intuitive guidance that way that's actually set right correctly, and then it's healthy for us because we need it for our skin, we need it for just to rejuvenate and get pumped and upped. I've got a flipping aunt in my screen. Anywho's, so it might be a quick short one because got the children out here, and yeah, I don't want to be stuck in one place for too long here. And me as well, you know, usually I'll be the first one to have like a vest top out and stuff. I'm wearing a proper t-shirt today, I don't know. Hey Axel, good thanks. But anyways, yeah, I haven't worn it that often actually, and it's still about. I thought, let me put it on today. It goes with my outfit. I got this cute skirt I recently bought. It's just jeans, but it's a nice little shape, and yes, me love it. Anyway, let's get into it. Today is the 19th of the 4th 2018. So the 19th, the 1 and the 9 is initiating, well, the 1 festival, initiative, uniqueness, beginnings, alpha, chi, you know, willpower, go-getter. The 9 is about is the 19th, right? I feel like I talked about the 9 yesterday. Oh, yesterday was 18th, so the 9. Okay, so the 9 is about service. It's about humanitarian teachings and, you know, unearthing secrets and like teachings that are not readily available to the collective. Okay, the 9 also represents ending and starting and beginnings and rebirth and renewal and rejuvenating, and 9 also rules arms and war, and it's also a fire energy. It's actually a Mars number, so all of that, the 1 and the 9 put together, is initiating your passions, your fire, reigniting your passions and your fire. And we're still in the 4th month, which is all about foundations, creating a new building, structuring, you know. Remember, we're still wanting to clear out the old so we can bring in the new, and just starting afresh on a more level footing and a more grounded footing as well. You know, I've got my foot up right now, grounding, yes, because it's all about grounding the 4 energy as well, and being loyal and royal to yourself, knowing your royalty and being loyal to yourself, you know. And then we have the 2018 year, the 2 being about balance, emotions and partnerships, unions. And then we have the 0, which is all about the abyss, the yin realm, the spirit realm, the universe, you know, the cyclic aspects of life. The 1, again, we spoke about. The 8 is about, again, power acquisition, material acquisition, you know, monetary acquisition, your business, how organized you can be. And it's also that infinity, again, that eternal, everlasting, ever knowing, ever being, ever growing. All right, and collectively the energy is that of a 7. Add all those numbers together, we get to a 7 vibration, to a single digit. And the 7 vibration, peace. Look out to I just bumped into a friend of mine, or someone that I met recently, and I was looking at his numerology for his name, and it turned out to be a 7, and I just bumped into him, and I didn't even realize when I spoke to him, I told him about his name being a 7. I forgot to mention that today is a 7 day as well. So it's all about reflection, you know, introspective, spiritual understanding, knowing that spirit is first and matter is after. And again, I was going to relate that spirit is first, matters after to the number 19, because the 9 and the 1 together is the 10. And usually we'd whittle it down, but since I've got this new understanding that the 10 is a very auspicious number, and it's the number that's going to like usher us into the new age, letting us know that we are spirit first and matter after. You know, that everything stems from spirit first and matter after. Everything stems from the womb first and then the phallus thereafter, you know, i.e. alpha, well, omega and then alpha, even though it's when you look at the 10, it's alpha and then omega, but just encompassing the both and balancing the two and knowing that both of them are needed to be great, so we can be greater, you know. Both of them are needed for us to move forward. And again, back to the 7, wisdom, higher spirituality, divine guidance. Again, reflection, a great number for writers, esoteric writers at that. Yeah, so let's get into them. So today, the angel message we have, imagination and detachment. Okay, so imagination reads, I picture positive outcomes for the highest good. I.e., we have to always remember that we have the power. You know, remember that 8 energy, you have your power, and it's always best to own your own personal power rather than trying to exude your power onto others, or even try to assume somebody else's power, or try and act like somebody else is because of the power that they have. You think, okay, that power seems the kind of power that I want to have. No, you have your own unique creativity, unique way of being, and that is powerful in itself when you can cultivate that. You know, use your imagination to make yourself the greatest you can be. You know, if you see something powerful in somebody else, you can give thanks for that realization, and then honor yourself by finding out what is also true to me. Is there similarities to that? Because, you know, a lot of things that we see are reflections. Some are direct reflection of us, others are lessons for us to learn from. But if you see something that you think is powerful, then own that own power within yourself and let it come up naturally. Big up to the goddess Penelope Calloway. She just recently did a segment on blurred lines between inspiration and imitation. Check that out. It's very interesting vlog. Alright, so yeah, use your imagination to create your own reality. You have that power, okay? And it's always best to obviously do it to your highest deed, do it to your highest good, you know? And detachment is very important, because we get in this earthly realm, in this earth realm, we get kind of phased by the titles that we put on things and the objects and just things generally, and things being people as well. And we have to be mindful that nothing is for us to hold on tight to. Everything is free. We spiritually are supposed to be free, and the more we hold on to objects and things, the less that we become free, and that's a problem for us, you know. So we always have to remember to stay detached, even when it comes to family and loved ones. Right now, I've got my children going way over there. I'm trying not to, because I'm a mama. Like, being close to your children and being attached to them is a thing. And that's one of our biggest things as mothers, especially some of us who are very maternal. And we have the Empress on deck right now. And it's just that letting you know that we can't even attach to our children that way. We have to let them be free. Likewise, that will give us the freedom that we need to. Okay, and then we have number 3 for the vortex message, and this one says the law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. When we can balance our yin and our yang, then cooperative relationships are definitely about that, abound at them times, because we have the number 3, which is like that trinity. When you can have the balance 1 and the balance 2, and the 1 and 2 come together, makes that third energy, that third synergy. And that is actually coincides with the twin flame dynamics, where once you are whole, the one masculine and the one divine feminine, both divines of course, once the divine feminine is whole and the divine masculine is whole, then the third energy, which is the creative energy that helps you usher in the change through your unique purpose, that is what you come together for, not just the love and the romance and the, you know, the union as it's union with like sex and love. It's all about you coming together to fulfill the purpose that you two have together. That's the main issue. That is the main mission, not just for cuddles and love. That comes as a bonus. Okay, then we have 38 with the 11, and it says I can stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. Again, using your imagination, you know, to create happy thoughts, to create the thoughts that you know is going to be conducive to you and not to pull you down. Today has been a rocky day for me. As much as the sun has been out, we've taken a few different trips, and yeah, it's just been nuts because I've had a lot of energy around, and you know, when people see us, they test our resolve, you know. And sometimes we rise and sometimes we fall, and this today I fell 1-2 times and I was like, shit. But as long as you realize that, and then you're able to cleanse yourself of the energy and realize that, you know, tomorrow, in the next hour, in the next minute, I'm going to do better, because we're not perfect. We rise and fall, and we want to stay on up and up, but realizing that we're going down is the way to go up. It's a way of knowing that you are going up. Okay. Again, 11 is all about intuition and divine guidance. So tune into your divine guidance. You know, take time to go into yourself, into it. Okay, by grounding, making sure your body's fluid, drinking a lot of water. Okay, so the tarot message, I want to tell you, underneath the deck here we have joy, choices, and laughter for the angel messages. And of course we have to be in joy and laughter to be able to make the right decisions in the choices that we have at forefront. And then we have underneath the deck 9, and I can focus on what I do want in a relationship. Give your attention to what you do want rather than what you don't want. You know, if you want, when you're wanting to create these things, and when you're using your imagination to create these things, focus on the things that's positive and light, and that is going to be conducive, and that is what you actually want, rather than things that you don't want, right? Okay, for the tarot message, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, the Lovers, and the Empress. Okay, 10 of Cups is saying, like, you know, yes, there is a family situation, a well-built, I say well-built, but something that's been founded, structured, been going for a while, that you're having to walk away from, or someone wants to walk away from. And it's because they have a choice in love, and they realize where they were is not where they want to be, and where they actually want to be is with the Empress. Okay, and again, the Empress is also another message for the Empress, is that she needs to detach from her worldly goods, whether it's her children or whether it's the foundation that she's also built up, you know, knowing that if it's not conducive for her, then she has to let it go, because she already knows she's an abundant being. Or maybe she needs a reminder, and the person that wants to get with the Empress actually is seeing that the Empress is quite attached somehow to her foundation and to her structures. And like anybody, we need to be able to detach, okay, as the card says, detach for more joy and laughter. To make the right choices, we have to use our imaginations to its highest good. And if you're thinking, like, how am I going to detach to this thing, I've been there for so long, like, know that if you imagine a positive outcome in all situations, then it will be. Okay, yes, because there is a choice needed between two, a lovers. And someone, like I said, someone is walking away from this family dynamic because they have this choice and they want to go towards an Empress. But the reason why there is any kind of hesitation, yes, is because of communication. Okay, and someone's feeling like there's something not clear about the whole situation. Even though there is a regal energy, because, you know, this is the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is very forthright, you know, is straight to the point, a bit blunt, and he has his sword up, like, I'm ready to cut off anything that's not necessary to us. But they're not being 110%, because there is some kind of, so there's a feeling of deceit or feeling of unclarity. Okay, but with that, there is justice with a new beginning, because there is a Tower moment coming through, and the Tower is something that is going to be a foundation, this one right here, that's going to be having to be broke down, like from the rooter to the tuta, because it's not stable, it wasn't founded on the greatest steed. So people are going to have to break down this foundation, okay? And there's justice in that because of the unclarity, the deceit that was there. A new beginning is being asked of, or being sought for. All right? And then for love, we have, for the romance angels, we have children. Keep an open mind, and this could be the one. Okay, so this is saying that the children are a factor in this foundation that we have here with the Empress. It's the foundation that's been built up with the Empress. Another Empress archetype, maybe not necessarily an Empress, but someone that is trying to embody that energy. What do we say about the fly? You don't have to scream and shout about it. You ask, what is the message? If there is no message, then ask it to go away. Then you can move yourself away from it. The spider can't fly, can't catch you. You can move away from it much faster than it can do you. Right? So, the foundation that a seemingly Empress type has come about is being affected by children. And someone's been asked again to keep an open mind, because where they want to go to the actual Empress, the one that's already not embodying the Empress but actually is the Empress, because there's two energies here. Someone that is coming away from a situation where someone they thought was an Empress, they're now seeing somebody that actually is an Empress. Maybe someone that is growing into an Empress, but there's always someone that actually is the Empress. Okay, and so you've been asked to keep an open mind, because yes, the children are a factor, so you feel, but there where lies the need for detachment, being able to detach from the image and the thought of having to feel connected to a situation where it's not conducive for you, it's not making you happy, it's not helping you elevate, it's not growing you because of said children. Because we've always say in this channel that it's not because you have children you have to stick with a situation, because if you're unhappy in a situation, then the children are only going to see unhappiness, and that's not healthy for them. Okay, you don't want your children to grow up being sad and lonely and just not in their best because they want to stick to a situation, especially due to societal kind of isms and schisms, you know, because you see society says you have to stick with the woman because you're or society says you can't be another a broken home, or society says you can't be another fatherless home, or whatever the case. Don't let them things stop you. Okay, imagine it with the best outcome, and that's what it will be. Stop attracting don't wants by attention to do wants. You know, you can focus on what you do want from a relationship rather than what you don't want. And know that the law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. So you can assemble yourself, even you have to move away from the said Empress into the actual Empress. We can have a correlation out here. We can all be happy families, you know. But no, for real, I mean, because this Empress here, the one that actually is already an Empress, she could be the one, or they could be the one, because the Empress can be embody both male and female energies, you know. And underneath the deck for the Romance Angels, we have new love, okay, finances and career, and unrequited love, because there is an unrequited love with the situation beforehand. Okay, and you have finances and career, like career and finances. I mean, finances has been an issue because you want to move away from the old situation into a new situation. You're wondering how you're going to be able to upkeep both. Yeah, basically, because you have already established certain foundations with the old situation, and obviously going into the new one where the Empress is, she also has children and family and businesses and all that things that you have to take note of or heed, you know. So you're wondering how you're going to balance that. Well, if you attune your mind to focusing on what you do want rather than what you don't want, it will come about. Remember, you have the power. The fruition is within. Bring it out, draw it out, and let it do what it needs to do. Alright, I think that's the fastest I've ever done one of these, other than the one I first started, which were all 10 minutes and no problem. But now they're getting a bit longer, but it's so good in the hood. Bye bye. Bye bye. Alright, I'm gonna enjoy my tequila and enjoy the rest of the Sunday, Soul Day. It's Jupiter Day, by the way. The color, resonating color for today is purple, and the aromatherapy is lavender, and the mineral therapy is tin. And what's the other thing? The quote for Jupiter today is, remember that ye are gods. Know that you are God, because that means you know that you have the power within to push away anything you don't want and bring in all that you do want. Much love. Peace, y'all. I know, sweating like a oh, it's so good. I still got to. Bye. Ciao.